Oh, hi. It looks like my mic is recording. Isn't that super fun? I'm here today with TheSuperbSimone and DavidSlain. And they're having an ELS, European Electronic Sports or something. They're having a match. And it's for ranking or something on that site. European Esports League? Yeah, EES? Or Esports League, I guess? I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, so um, looks like we've got an energy deck versus a growth deck, and it's not a great matchup usually. So we'll see how this goes. Automata Forge is a good early unit because it starts to produce units if he doesn't take care of it. Super Beast Samo doesn't take care of it. Maybe that's not all of his name. Is it Simon, maybe? He hasn't said anything, so I don't know. So he's taking some big damage in the mid lane, which is an issue, but it's nothing he can't come back from. I'm expecting the Machine Divinator to come down, maybe the burn on the Brave, we'll see. And it's the burn on the Brave, it's a good choice there. Oh, he split his Brave, so he's not going to put another one down, but it looks like he is moving down, maybe to engage the Forge, which would be a good choice now. Or maybe he's looking to line up to take out more mid damage. DavidSlain has a pretty good hand here. He's got a couple good options. Most of the units on the field don't have much health, so an Ether Pump could take those out in a few turns. And start working on some of the bigger ones. Oh, and it's down. Now, coming up in this next turn for DavidSlain, he's going to have a unit produced, assuming the Forge survives, which I don't see a lot of damage coming right at it yet, so that's looking good for it. But I do expect to see the Brother of the Wolf producing more wolves to power up the Grey Wolf. So that could be definitely an issue here. Now for me, I'd probably put down the Machine Diviner. Divinator. Anyways. And that would help with the Ether Pump and the Automata Forge making the countdown's lower every time he starts his turn when the countdown is 0 for the Machine Divinator. And there it is. I'm kind of surprised to see the refined strategy, or the order there. I assume it's for the refined strategy, which will be could be a pretty good move, I guess, to get him out of harm's way, maybe. Oh, and there's a Quake. That's an issue for these kind of decks. So we'll see how that works. Yep, there's the Ragged Wolf. Oh, and he's gonna kill the Gun Automaton with the Brother, not summon the Wolf. A little bit of a surprise there. You move the target structure you control to an unoccupied tile on that side. Its countdown is decreased by 1. That's pretty good. He could move that Forge out of the way and protect it, or he could try and get some damage going with the Pump if he decides to sacrifice for it. But we'll have to see if he gets probably the Law Memorial for Order, or he could just play it next turn. We'll see how it plays. Yes, he's gone for the refined strategy, I believe. Oh, and he went for the machine chant instead. That was, well, I guess he can do both still, actually, can he? Gives him the energy for later on, and did some damage to it, but he still doesn't do the refined strategy. Okay, we'll see how this works. Perhaps he's got something planned. I'm seeing that quake, and it's looking like it could be something that comes out here. That would be really unfortunate for DavidSlain, but put the Super B in good position. Down with the Brave, okay. And the Forge goes down. Split the refine strategy, that's a good option there. Lava Moro comes down to take a little bit of damage, it looks like. Oh, and the clock's in the top lane. It's not a bad option. See if there's any banter going on. Nope. I assume he wished him luck before that, and he said hopefully luck won't come into it, which is a very witty thing to say, I guess. That's how I put it. Not so bad. Now if he plays down that Ancestral Totem or the Jarl near the brother, he could take out the mid lane and then move the Brave to come and assist bottom, or go top to start hitting on that library next turn. There's the totem. I suppose he could also make the wolf, or he could waste the damage mid. It's a little bit of a misplay, but it's not unrecoverable. When there's a burn and a summons. Split the summons and got another summons, so that's good for him. A Waking Stones, he doesn't have enough resources after the summons to use that, unfortunately. Diviner in the top lane, or in the front. He's going to use it as fodder, it looks like. It's a risky move, but I think it'll pay off in the long run. And that's it for his turn. Coming back to TheSuperbSimone. I don't know his name still, maybe. He's got a pretty good hand going. He could Quake, but that would kill a bunch of his units. So it's probably not something he wants right now. Probably hold on to that. Maybe sacrifice it for more resources, or split it for scrolls. Rallying is obviously a usable thing here. Could get him another wolf, which could be one more damage on the Great Wolf, or, you know, something like that. He could put down the other Great Wolf and get that same damage, but he also gets the 2 additional damage from the attack of the Ragged Wolf here. So that could be some good options. The other option, of course, is get Jarl onto the field and use his attack boost. Oh, and there's the attack boost from Jarl, and he gets it on 3 units. Now he's moving up with the Brave to take out a big chunk top. Moving down with the Rat, that's going to leave it with only 2 health. That's next turn attack for the Brave. Maybe his deck's going to be too fast for DavidSlain to get it in there. Get a board set up, enough damage going on to hold him off any longer. Now the Waking Stones could come down here, and that could protect the Ether Pump for a good while longer. but he's decided to put it on the second to top lane, and that's going to protect it for a little while too. Actually, with the extra health from the Divinator, that's gonna, you know, at least 2 turns right here. We'll see how it goes. Ancestral Totem's down, so that's helping his other lanes. And he's going to take a bunch of damage everywhere on the field. Simon here from the pump. Only leaves him with 2 units out. That's a pretty good position, I guess, for David. Now there's 2 Quakes out, or in his hand, I guess, not out, but on a Frost Gale. That's a lot of damage he can drop down real fast. Oh, and a rally. He's going to take out the Divinator. It's not the worst thing because the Clock Library has finished. And he's got a big hand going. Mangonel plus Machine Chant could take out that Wolf. We've got the Violent Dispersal to take out the Jarl if he feels that's the issue. He can always play the Pump right now. And then speed it. I believe that speed's 3. Yes, speed is 3. So that could work in his advantage. You could also refine strategy and move the Waking Stones into a more relevant position right now. It's still, you know, not a bad position to have it because it's still protecting that very low lane. I'm expecting the Mangonel to come down at the very least, and then, you know, refine a strategy at some point to position it and finish its cooldown. Nope, he's split the Mangonel for a transposition. He could switch those 2 units, and it's, you know, no one would blame him there. Again, the speed. Oh, there's the speed. He's dealing some damage. That's a good move there. Right now the Quake's not looking so good, so he splits it, or sacrifices for resources rather. And he rallies. He's taken out the Pump and dealt some additional damage top lane. It's damage like that he can't take right now. Oh, and there's a Solemn Giant. You can start cooking that, replacing it and paying some energy. But that's a little bit expensive right now when you're trying to gain some board position. I expect him to split that for scrolls. Let's see how he does. Transposition got split. He could Machine Chant here, kill the Wolf, have that out of the way. He could burn and kill anything on the field. Machine Chant obviously gives him the extra resource later. Oh, there's the burn, or the Machine Chant rather. And that was a good play for later on down the line. Ooh, and there's a Veteran and an Ancestral Totem. He doesn't quite have the resources for it, but he could sacrifice the Quake, but he splits it instead. Crimson Bull and the Veteran could be just as good. Or he could play a Sister of the Owl and get that going. We'll see how it works out. Ooh, there's the Veteran. He's just going to have it attack. Probably a wise move there. Now we have a Clock Library, Solemn Giant, and that Refined Strategy is still hanging out there. Problem is here is he needs to get some good damage blocked, and there's a lot of damage stopped, I suppose. Could have been nasty from that. Now he's out of resources to put anything down. And a rally next turn, plus that Crimson Bull that we saw in his hand could be the end. He did sacrifice for resources, and he does have a library in the front now, which that could save him. Still has the speed. I expect we'll see that next turn, assuming the library survives. There's no reason to do it right now. Unless he has some other thing he wants to do, like friend strategy, for some reason. Double Crimson Bowl, Sister of the Owl, Ancestral Totem. Splits one of the, I don't know what he split. Maybe a Crimson Bowl got another Crimson Bowl? I don't know. That Ragged Wolf top could end that top lane. Or the Ancestral Totem could do it. And that's the end of the turn. Waking Stones could be a nice option to throw down. Still Solemn Giants, you could get both of them down and have them in position. Again, the speed could be nice to throw onto the Clock Library and finish it, but then if he doesn't get anything out of it, he's in a very bad position. You'd have to sacrifice the Solemn Giants, maybe, as fodder to protect his idol. And a Violent Dispersal. It's probably a good move there. He's leaving the library as a wall still, which is a good option. Ooh. Looks like he's gonna start attacking that Waking Stone, see if he can break through. Oh, and Sister of the Owl goes down, and there's still one in his hand. That's not gonna end well, probably. Could split something here, like the Solemn Giant, or maybe their Fine Strategy. Hope for a structure, play down the Waking Stones, plus that structure, assuming it costs 4 or less, and Machine Chant to kill the Sister of the Owl, which that's a big threat on my board. Could also kill the Breaker, or Berserker? Breaker. But just playing what he has in his hand. And then getting the Solemn Giant down, actually. We'll see how it plays out. Went for the Totem instead. That's not a bad option. Lowering his damage significantly. Waking Stones in the bottom lane. And a Giant in the second to bottom. This obviously doesn't count down, and you have to pay for it to go down, but it's still very good, even with that. Oh, and there's a Quake. Ooh, and he's through the top lane, and that looks like it's game. We're just waiting on him to finish the turn. Yep, that's game. And I assume GGs are going to be passed around, but we'll see. Yeah. Good game indeed.